the difference in T for those who may not have a clue. Could you just explain the difference between the two?
Okay, so early voting means that you get to come and vote prior to the election day, and that's 2 weeks prior to the election, and it's 2 weeks. So it starts on Monday, ends the first week Monday through Saturday, and then it starts Monday through Saturday. And so we don't have any voting on that Monday before the election, which prior to the early voting we did. So no voting on that Monday before the election. And a lot of people still come because they think from the old days we had voting on Monday. And so with that early voting, anybody that is a registered voter in our county get to vote here early. And they don't have to have an excuse. They can just come and vote. Prior to that, you had to have an excuse. So anybody that would like to vote early can do so. They have, and they can go to any site. So if you are, maybe you're in Orangeburg, you stay in Vance, and you're in Orangeburg, you work in Orangeburg, you can vote in Orangeburg. You don't have to vote in the Vance area. So we have the 3 sites. Anybody can go to those 3 sites. You must be a registered voter, and you can, you have to still present your ID, so it'll be the same as on election day. So you would still present your ID and you get to vote. Now absentee is no longer in person. That's what we had before. That's why you had to have an excuse. So absentee is only by mail now. So only by mail you can do absentee. So it's a person have to request it. Once they request it, they sign the application. Then the ballot is mailed to them. They once they receive their ballot, they must mail the ballot back. And it must be back in by 7 o'clock on election night. Now, the thing about absentee is that a voter must have the ballot envelope, outside envelope, signed. So they need to sign that. So they need to sign it by making sure that they sign the outside envelope. They need a witness. They need the witness would need to sign it. They would need to also print their name. They also need to have their address on it. And it's also placed on there for the voter to put a date. And so they need all of that. All of that is required. If it's missing, then we can't count the ballot.